Jonesy, a difficult night, no other really way to say it. What's your reflections on it?
Yeah, I thought we started the game okay, and then the penalty decision kind of stopped all momentum that we had, and we just kind of like ran around chasing shadows for the rest of the half, and then we were out of the game 3-0 at half time, and I think it was, wasn't it? 2-0. It felt like 3. It should have been 3 really, because they had a goal disallowed, so we didn't really look in the game at all. We only started to control the game and play how we wanted to when we were 4-0 down, but that isn't good enough. So yeah, like really not happy. You know, there's a very good group of players in there once they start playing together and as a team, and there has been a lot of kind of changes and a forced changes in terms of squad selections and stuff, but you know, we need to do more as a group to kind of come together and stay a little bit closer on the pitch. The spaces were just massive first half, and that, you know, I'll always look at myself first in terms of how I set the team up, but you know, that was largely just down to, you know, 11 players kind of just looking after themselves and not really worrying about each other. So yeah, not, as you can tell, not particularly happy.
We've spoken last season about a process that we were we were going through a process of change. It almost, because of the amount of change in the squad, do you think this is sort of, we kind of have to accept we're at the beginning of a new process almost with this team? Yeah,
I don't like making excuses for crap performances, and I'm very aware of how our results have gone this calendar year. But there is a point that, you know, we've got mainly a group of 21 to 24 year olds who, although some have played quite a lot of football at this level, are still very young, and it's about getting the best out of them whilst also they're continuing to learn and develop, not just about how to play football, but also how to play football as a team and how to be a mature adult version of themselves that can get the best out of other people. You know, so there is a period of change, and it is uncomfortable, and it isn't great, and it is messy, but the group needs to go through this in order to get to where they're capable of being, and it's not nice to go through, it certainly isn't, but this isn't a group of players that have played lots and lots of minutes at high levels, you know, with lots of experience, who are kind of 27, 28, 29, 30, you know, they're in the minority. So, you know, we have to be patient to a point. We have to demand from them, as we are doing. And they have to know that we care about them and that we're trying our best for them and that everybody's behind them, because, like, you know, they're the players that we've got, you know, and we have to make them as good as they can be. And if and when the time is decided that I'm not the person that can help them, then that's just how it is. But I think there's a lot more to come, and I think we're going in a good direction with them. But nights like tonight, obviously, don't help us with that cause. But you know, I think there's a really good team in the squad that we've got. Part of my job is trying to find what that team is, and their job is to make sure that they're in it. And it's not just about playing well, and it's not just about scoring goals, and it's not just about megging people and, you know, looking fancy and doing flicks and tricks. It's about the team of 11 players that is willing to work for each other and commit to what they're being asked to do, no matter who the manager is. So I think they're capable of doing it. There's going to be a few bumps along the way. I thought we were a bit closer than we were and than we've shown the last kind of 4 games, but you know, I won't ever stop believing in them, and I won't ever stop working hard for them, and I hope that the majority of them kind of feel the same way.
Bit of a quick turnaround ahead of Saturday. I know this week you said about selection and what was available. How are things looking towards the weekend? It was a bit too early to tell, maybe.
A little bit. This game has been kind of put on us with not a huge amount of notice, so it was a free weekend for many people, but we did warn them there's likely to be a game, so we're just kind of assessing where we're at the moment. to see what group we've got. Where obviously Cal Sherry hopefully is trained tonight. Okay, we've got a few kind of coming back from injury that are probably names that people would expect to be on our team sheet every week. So, you know, I'm hoping their energy will come back into the group, but you know, we've got more than enough on the pitch and more than enough in the squad to run every team in this league close and get performances and results. So yeah, it's a tough lesson. You know, for a few players out there kind of understood what it was like to play against the, you know, really good players. I thought Deck Daniels was fantastic. I thought the lad who played, I think it was 8 in centre midfield for Irlam, was very clever, very good, and you know, our players are capable of doing that, and they need to keep learning their lessons at an even quicker pace. And you know, I think as they're young lads, I don't think me standing and screaming on the touchline or in the changing rooms necessarily helps them, but I understand how some of the fans might think that I need to do more of that, but I'm not sure that is when they're already a little bit kind of like unsure of themselves, that's the best way to give them the confidence that they require to go and be themselves and to show what they're capable of.